there is no way that you guys can expect me to believe all this stuff being said about Sean Puffy Combs. We have went from the sublime to the ridiculous, as it is very clear that the powers that be, called capitalism, are railroading Sean Puffy Combs. And yes, I can agree that he is most likely guilty of more than enough things to put him away for a very long time. But at a certain point in time, you have to think, hey, this is getting a little bit too much now, as the accusations of Sean Combs have gone to believable to unbelievable. And not that any particular thing that he is accused of is unbelievable, that no one could have done this or that he could not have done it. But if you look at it now and you really just take a total sum of all the accusations flying around about him, outside of the accusations made by the U.S. Attorney of New York, just the accusations being made now by this press conference in which a lawyer, totally self-interested lawyer, seeking to get clients to sign up to him, has basically did a press conference and opened up a Texas witch hunt for Sean Combs and says, we have already had 120 people share stories and complaints. Think about this for a second. Sean Puffy Combs, in this particular press conference, was accused of doing something inappropriate to a 9-year-old young child, male child, as if the sex of the child has anything to do with it, because they're both equally as terrible. But now add everything that he's been accused of in between the actual legal cases in the state of New York and the accusations being made on YouTube and Twitter and now this lawyer. He's accused of, from what I understand, at least 4 of having taken at least 4 or 5 people off the planet. Biggie Smalls, I've heard that he could have been responsible for Craig Mack. Obviously, Kim Porter, his the mother of his kids. An attempted one on Albie Shore. And I'm sure there's several others. So not only is he literally a serial killer, he's now a serial killer record mogul who is a corrupt business manager who stole all these people's money. He was also engaged in selling women and forcing men into, selling their bodies. You have to think for yourself. Is there a crime that he is not accused of? Of any substance that he has not been accused of? He's definitely been accused of assault, of battery, of homicide, kidnapping, RAPE, coercion, intentional. I mean, everything. Almost everything short of treason. I guess he hasn't been accused of treason yet. But I am not saying that I do not believe that he's guilty of things. He probably is. I'm just perplexed as to what's more surprising. The fact that people would actually do the things that Sean Combs is accused of doing, or the fact that people will believe anything that anybody with a bad reputation is accused of doing without question. I promise you, Sean Combs, in the minds of many people that listen to that press conference, is already guilty of anything and everything that's been accused. He did it. It's the same thing that has happened with Michael Jackson. Same thing happened with R. Kelly. Same thing with Bill Cosby. Same thing with OJ. Same thing with people that you consider to be innocent. I name people that some of y'all think is guilty right off the cuff, but go to the people that you think are innocent. Think about the people that say, hey, man, this guy just got put on death row and we believe he's innocent. The proof shows that he's innocent. Well, hey, man, in order to get the proof, you had to go to trial. Right? At least the people that are on death row that you said, are being, that's a wrong thing to do to them. Hey, they at least before they were convicted were on trial. But still, if they were wrongly accused, that's because people didn't really care about the evidence or they overlooked it. Just like people are doing now with Sean Combs and just taking people at their word. And do not think that you didn't, please, I hope you did not miss that Me Too movement stuff that was put in there in that press conference. It was clearly they were saying, we just need to believe the victims. All of these people are going to come forward. All 100, by the time it's done, 589 people are going to come forward, and they're all going to talk about the weeks on end that Sean Combs had them right handcuffed in his basement. Look, you just can't just allow people to enter your mind with any accusation about anybody, even if that person is guilty of something else, because honestly, it's that much easier to do it. Which is another reason why people should really make sure that you stay ethically and morally straight. That you don't take advantage of people, that you don't mistreat people. Because the truth of the matter is, as soon as you get caught doing a couple heinous things, people are going to believe that you'll do anything that's heinous. And that's what is leading to Sean Puffy Combs' predicament. And he is to blame for it. But the magnifying glass that's on it, the exaggerations going on, the profiteering going on, I don't think that we should witness this and go through with this without commenting on that as well, because that is just as much of human nature and something to be noted about human nature as the crimes are that Sean Puffy Combs did commit, if he committed them, and the ones that he's accused of. So just wild situation altogether. Gonna take the whole thing in over the next couple years because it's gonna be a major thing. But that's my take. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.